Exo Heroes has just been released today for a global launch. This game is a lot of fun. It's got a lot of features in it that I've really been excited for when it comes to Gacha gaming. That being said, I wanted to tell you guys, one of the coolest things about this game is you can make sure from the beginning you get a perfect start without having to make new account after new account after new account. They built it right into the game, which is fantastic. And there's definitely a character you're going to want to try to get your hands on. If you can't get a hold of her, there's a secondary and a thirdary and a fourthary that you can pick in case, you can't get the character. So I'm going to show you the best start in Exo Heroes that you can possibly get and how to do it. It's really not that bad. So sit back, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get right into it. Once you get past the tutorial, it's going to put you kind of in your main menu. This is your airship here. Now, when you go down to recruit, eventually it's going to let you kind of move around the menu by yourself. I'm not going to walk you through the tutorial. The tutorial walks you through it. You don't need someone to hold your hand through the basics. But once you get to recruit here and you actually have your option, it's going to show you some different choices here on the right-hand side. And they'll kind of have a tutorial to walk you through this as well. Now, there's going to be a fourth option that's not here because I've already done it. There's the free recruit, which is the freebie you get, every so many hours. There's the premium recruit, which is kind of always here. And this is just how you get a random character, right? And then if you look here, check this one out. There's the fake core chance increase, which is you get some basic bonuses to it. You can look here at the drop rate and you can see what exactly the drop rate is. If you go down to like the premium recruit, for instance, you can do the same thing here. There you go. You can see the drop rates on these type of guys, etc. Now, we're not worried about any of these three. We're worried about the fourth one that's going to be popping up right here. It's going to say like selection summons. And what's going to happen is whenever you like create something, right? Like if I do a summon here and you're like, okay, let's see what we get in the selection summons. And you only get this in the start of the game, right when you start, okay? So it's important you do this right. You can ruin your account if you mess this up. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to re-roll it because you're going to open it up and it's going to let you re-roll it again. It's going to show up here and then like instead of recruit more in these buttons, it's going to have like a try again type option or confirm. So you can confirm if you really like the character, or you can try again, okay? And you don't have to make a new account. You don't have to do anything weird. You just keep re-rolling. You back out. You say, I don't want that one. You try again. You back out. You try again, okay? It's just over and over and over again. Now, what you need to know, and the point of this video, because you can figure out the UI pretty easily by yourself, I'm sure, is you need to know what characters are actually going to be important to look for, because since you only do this in the beginning, you're really going to want to make sure that you don't waste it, okay? So now the number one character is this character right here, Bathory. I'm just going to call her Bath. I don't know how you actually pronounce these names, but this character here is overall, and you can look up some tier lists to confirm these if you want, but overall, she is currently considered like the best hero in the game, just overall, okay? It's from what I've seen, the research I've done. Also, if you don't want to take my word for it, the game's still new, but you can go see rating here. You can go through and you can see what other people are saying about the character and get a secondary opinion as well. Now, she's going to be the first one you're going to want to see. Now, keep in mind, the characters aren't all weighted the same, so it's going to be harder to get certain characters through the beginning reroll. You can get these characters, okay? However, you might have to reroll a whole bunch till you get it. So it really depends on how you're feeling in terms of your time. Now, there is some other options. You're not stuck with her as the only option. This is Anastasia, and she is basically the best healer in the game, and you can get her through the same method just by saying they're re-rolling the free one they give you, and she's one of the only healer options currently and one of the best healers in the game. So if you currently need a solid healer, I would say, currently need a solid healer. I say that like you're not just starting the game, but anyone who's starting the game is going to need a solid healer, okay? I mean, really is the truth of it here. So this character, if you pull her, you're probably going to want to keep her. Now, there's a few other options, some honorable mentions here. There's Shati, and Shati is kind of like a decent tank. I've got a few duplicates now at this point. She's got a pretty good passive. You can try her out if you want for just like a solid tank that will have some decent stats. She kind of falls off later in the game from what I've heard, but she is decent in the beginning. However, the other ones I don't have, unfortunately. I can't show you here, but the other ones you're going to want to look through is Bernadette. If Bernadette shows up, that's an option. And then Baraka also. Those two are other options as well. However, and you can see here I got the multiple of them. I got unlucky here with the row, but I highly recommend going for either of these blue-haired chicks right here, Bathory or Anastasia. If you can pull either one of these, they're the Frost types, the Ice Queen Wafus. If you can pull these people, you got yourselves a pretty good start right off the bat. Most of you people out there are going to be free to play or, trying not to spend money, but a case there is a few whales or krakens out there like myself in the whale pod. I would be amiss not to inform you that the cumulative purchase event is 48 days, meaning over 48 days if you spend, I think it cost me about $270, I believe, to complete, but I didn't really do it the efficient way. I was just buying kind of whatever I wanted, not really too much worrying about it. When you hit the full maximum 30,000 of the diamonds purchased here, crystals, gems, whatever we're going to call them, you can get this ticket which will allow you to pick any hero you want. So if you didn't pull the character you wanted in the beginning of the game when you're free to play and you're just rolling through, if you eventually well out in the game over the next 48 days and you spend, and the reality of the fact is it's a mobile game, a gacha game, we're all going to sit here and we're going to be appalled at $270 is spent on a mobile game, but then we're probably going to do it over the next 2 or 3 weeks if we're people who really like the game, right? So you do have this coming up eventually as you spend money. If you do, in fact, I would use the word invest, but it's not really investing. I'll use the word waste money. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of achievements popping up. That's because I want to tell you guys, don't forget to go to your diary. In the bottom right corner here, that's kind of on the right side, actually, there's this diary, which is your achievements. There's a lot of rewards you can get in the achievements just as you start slowly playing the game and collecting characters. There's your daily and week quests as well. Then you can see the ones that completed. But the achievements give you a whole ton of goodies, and then you're going to need to claim your rewards. So don't forget about this. But it's also like other games we've played where you can leave them in the mailbox for a while, meaning if you do the cumulative purchase, you can keep the cards in your mailbox that will allow you to select what hero you want until later on when you can really decide what character it is you need. So you can hold on to those if you do in fact get those special selection tickets. I wanted to let you guys know that as well. But don't forget to go in, do your your diaries, and get your freebies here. And I would highly recommend starting the game sooner rather than later. And the reason is, if you go to announcements and look, there's a whole load of events going on currently, the game just started today. So it's very hype, it's very exciting. They have lots of freebies going out in the game. I would get started ASAP and then start rolling those free selection tickets you get in the beginning over and over and over again. If you're wondering what a recruit looks like here, I tell you what, I'll do a tempo here, even though I don't really need one. This is going to show you kind of what a poll looks like when you do it. You'll have some characters that are going to hop down. And yeah, this is a good example. That way you guys can actually see. Take a second here. Apparently it's lagging. Sometimes the blue stacks can be a little laggy. And if you want to be able to play this on computer, I do have actually a link to BlueStacks in the description, which is what I'm playing it on. This is what it looks like. You open it up. The guy shows up. Here's all the characters you're about to get. And you kind of see what you get. They hop down. Kind of a cool animation. What's interesting is it will show every guy, and you can tell what kind of character it's going to be by the animation he has. So like if this guy shows his hood, he's just a rare guy. But if he steps back and the guy behind him goes, you see, look, now this guy's just a rare character, right? Not interested. Confirm on to the next character. Whereas if this guy behind him, we're going to skip it because of the lag here. I'm editing, so my computer's running a little slow this morning. We're going to skip here. Skip through, but even when you skip, it's going to show you the animation of like the really important ones. So you see this guy here, he's going to step behind me, like the guy behind me. You see how it's gold, and then he throws off the hood. And if he throws off the hood, and while he's throwing it off, that guy looks cool, huh? Zero it in. It's almost like dragon scale armor. That's really cool looking. But as he throws off the hood, if it becomes like a rainbow, then you got yourself a super duper guy, all right? You got yourself a Nat 5. The lag's a little bit annoying. Sorry about that. It's definitely got the editor open this morning. So check this out. Let's see if we can skip ahead and get ourselves. And nope, it's just a normal. So that's going to be a 4-star, which is a legendary is what they call it in this game. And then there's the Nat 5. See there, that's what it looks like. You get the tempo. And then in the other reselection, you could just back out and then redo it if you wanted. And this is what it looks like when you do a normal tempo here. So, and then you have these like high grade mileages, which is as you open you know, as you open stuff, you earn freebies on the bottom and whatnot. So that right there is how you do that. And you can go back in and collect your rewards. See, look, now you get random character, etc. So those are all, that's how it works. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Please subscribe, because I am going to learn this game as quick as I can. I'm welling out. I'm doing everything I need to do to try to get to a point where I can help, you know, inform people on what to do in this game. This is going to be a good game, I think. This is actually going to be a fun one. I'm excited for this one. And excited in not a sarcastic way. Like, I'm legitimately excited about this one. I was waiting all night. I was playing last night, waiting for it to show up. As soon as it came, I downloaded it, and I was playing it until I fell asleep. So, all right, boys, let me know what you think of this game. Hit the like button, and I'll see you on the live stream at 8 p.m. EST for this game. All right, love you, and bye-bye.